What's good, everybody? So today we're going to be talking about something a little bit interesting. Ooh, Genshin Impact may have scored a W with the community, but we're going to talk about how big exactly is that W, and is that even a W at all? Here they are, they released this tweet. Dear Traveler, a new developer discussion is here. Starting from version 5.7, the dev team has brought new features such as the ability to save and switch between custom loadouts to fast equip artifacts. Additionally, there are some optimizations, blah, 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 blah. Cool. Today, we're really only going to be talking about the fast equipped and custom loadouts, okay? So here is what is going on. Here is what is going on. Say goodbye to tedious gear swaps. Artifact Fast Equip now supports save and switch custom loadouts. Ooh, when I hear the word custom loadout, I think to myself, the kind of custom loadout that we have on Wuthering Waves. That's what I think. You're able to select all your artifacts and save them as a preset, and then be able to equip them onto your character. Very customizable, completely customizable as you so wish. I would expect something like that to be in the game, but this is talking about specifically for fast equip. Okay, these are fast equip custom loadouts, which is something a little bit different that I will be showing you. Have you ever been flustered mid-adventure from constantly switching artifacts? Starting from version 5.7, head to character artifacts and tap fast equip to create up to 2 custom loadouts per character, making gear management flexible and hassle-free. How do I set it up? So this shows you how to go through it, and then you're able to basically make sets. It's already in the game, okay? Fast equip already exists. The only thing that is changing is that they are giving basically loadout slots for fast equipped. That's what's happening. This is not custom loadouts like you would expect from Wuthering Waves. This is presets for fast equip. The way that it works, you go to fast equip and you can go to, for example, quick configuration or custom configuration, and you can kind of select things that you want. What you want your main affixes to be. You want elemental mastery for Tainari, some dendro up in there. You got your crit damage, and then set type. You're gonna want, like they say, like Deepwood Memories, for example. That's the set that I want, and I want it to prioritize all these things. Priority minor things. Let's go for, say, I don't know. Let's go for some crit rate in there. Let's go for the crit rate. Let's go for some attack percentages and some energy recharge. Okay, let's go for all these things and sort by all. So this will sort for artifacts that are equipped by other characters and things that are in the inventory. Okay, this is what fast equipped is. You are able to select the affixes that you want, and it will generate a set for you, okay? So I can now click generate, and it will make me a set. It will take things from other characters, and it will generate a set for me that I can then equip. It doesn't allow me to make the set myself. It will generate it for you. So you can check alternatives, and you know, you can switch things out, okay? You could switch things out. Like, I don't know, for whatever reason I want to use this, I could switch this out. You know, you could go in and switch things out, but it is basically fast equipped, right? And you can configure however you would like from this. You could equip them. I'm so sorry, Venarian, for ruining multiple characters with this real quick. You could fast equip them, and the update in 5.7 basically allows you to save these to 2 loadouts per character. Okay, that's really what this is. It's a kind of a roundabout way from making presets. I mean, I don't know why they just don't have an option for you to be like, oh, here's your artifacts. Okay, make it a preset, and it's 1 button. But instead, you could fast equipped, and then it just seems a very roundabout way. It just seems a very roundabout way of fast equipping, doing this custom configuration, then having to select them anyway. Generating something, you're like, oh, I don't know. Then having to go through your artifacts and select the ones that you want anyway. And then saving them as a preset, rather than just being like, hey, why could I just directly have a preset for what I already have on my character? You know? It just seems like a very roundabout way. A roundabout is easier than that Genshin auto artifact. Exactly. Like, a lot of people already have gone through the trouble of putting artifacts on their characters. Just give us a button to make it a preset. That's it. Just give us a button to make a preset. There is no reason for us to have to go through fast equipped, go through custom configurations, make something, and then have to individually choose again what I want on my character, which, by the way, there's no way to filter and sort. You just have to, like, click through everything and be like, no, this is the one that I want. I click that. There's no, like, filtering system or anything to actually click the things that you want. It makes no sense. It makes no sense to do it like this. There's zero filtering system, zero way to be able to select the things that you want in a more organized way. You just have to click through everything until you find what you need. It makes no sense. So you can change in a very more difficult roundabout way, equip them, and with the 5.7 update, okay, with the 5.7 update, you could have 2 slots per character now. They will actually give you 2 different slots that you can now switch to, okay? That is what's happening. So you could do that for 2 characters. I just don't understand why they just don't give what people want. You can give us sets for characters. Great. Why can't we just build them here and then there's a preset button and it's like save preset? Am I glad that they are having some form of loadouts for the characters? Yes. Do I like how they've gone about doing it? No, because it's not intuitive. It's not intuitive and it's not player friendly. It's like they're expecting to like do it for you and then you're just like, oh, generate it. Yeah, I'm just gonna use that now. I'm just gonna use that. But anyone who actually wants to make a preset that is not like terrible and just what the game recommends, you have to go and individually click on things that you want. Like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna switch to this thing. This, we're gonna check alternatives for this, switch that up. To me, it just doesn't make sense. I don't know why people go through, like, hey, I've spent a lot of time making this artifact set. Why is it that if I want to make it a preset, I have to go to fast equip, custom configuration, do all this bullshit, generate, and then change it anyway, because obviously it's not going to give me exactly what I made. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's just like, it's such a roundabout way that is arguably worse. Is this great for the casual player? Sure, I can concede this. I can absolutely concede this, that yes, for the average person who doesn't really want to care about builds, you just want to throw stuff on your characters and use them and have them as loadout, fine. Okay. But this is for people who actually care about their builds and min-maxing their builds. This is just such a roundabout way that doesn't help anybody. It's such a roundabout way that doesn't help anyone. And it's like, oh, here are loadouts, but we're not giving you exactly what you want, which is obviously just the Genshin way. Wouldn't it be easier just to make a standard loadout like everybody else instead of this algorithmic bullshit that no one asked for? The thing is, I can understand why they made this for casual players, right? The average Genshin audience is probably kids that don't care too much about min-maxing their builds. They care about min-maxing their builds. Fine, I understand that. It could be useful for them. But people who actually care about loadouts are probably people who care about clearing endgame. That's the problem. The people who genuinely care about loadouts who would want something like this are the people who want to be switching their sets to min-max their characters more. And then for those people, they make the most roundabout way possible to actually do that. That's not QOL. That's just annoying. Can you switch between loadouts between characters? You can have 2 loadouts per characters in the next update. You are able to have 2 custom loadouts per character. That's what's coming up in 5.7. So it's fast equipped. But you can have, instead of 1, you could just have 2. You can have 2 now. You can have 2 that you can switch to, which is something. But the way that it's just have a button, pre loadouts, just right here. Just have it. You see here? Just have a button. Add to loadout. Add set to loadout. Yes, that's all people want. That would be so. That'll be so good for the community. So no, not between characters. It's 2 custom loadouts per character. Yes. So it's not even I could make a set for Nouvellette. I could make him a custom loadout set. I then cannot say go to Kazuha for whatever reason and load that loadout to him. No, I have to make his own custom loadout. That's the other outrageous thing. You can't just make a set and equip it on everyone. You have to make every loadout individual for that character. That's the difference. That's the difference. You can't share them between characters. You just make individual ones for each character. It's so unnecessarily complicated. It doesn't have to be like that. Should we load up Woowa? Here you have your echoes. I have spent time creating this character. I have spent time building these echoes, make sure all the substacks are correct and to the specification that I require them to be. I simply press that one button. Here are all my echoes that I have done. Look at this here. Save as preset. Save as preset. I'm going to save this as a preset. I'm calling it Zanny. And it's saved as a global preset. It is a global echo loadout system. And guess what? You can have like 20 slots. It's that easy. And now that is a preset. And you know what? I don't have to make that for every individual character. If I wanted to, I could go... Right, I could go to my Shang Liao. See, this is big boy. He's got no echoes on him. I could simply go to the presets. I could click on Zanny and apply. And he has Zanny's echoes. It's that easy. In Genshin Impact, if I wanted to do something similar, if I wanted to make a loadout set with Nouvellette, is there a button I could press to do that? No. I have to go to Fast Equip. I have to go to custom configuration. I have to type in all this information. It will then generate me a set. It will then generate me a set. Okay? No suitable... It will then generate me a set. Okay? That I could then have to manually go through. There we go. I then have to generate a set based on things they are looking at. And it's giving me things that I don't need. It gives me things that I don't need. I then have to go to check alternatives. And they don't even have a filter system. They don't even have a filter system. I have to click through things individually. Scroll through everything. Click on absolutely everything until I find the thing that I want. Just by chance. And then add them to the set, add them to the set, and then save that as a loadout. That isn't even a global loadout. It is just for that one character. That doesn't seem like fast equipping to me. I don't know about you guys. That doesn't feel like fast equipping to me. That sounds like pain in the fucking ass to make loadouts. So while everyone is going, oh my god, this loadout system, finally we're getting it in Genshin Impact, actually it doesn't become that great once you realize the loadouts are tied to the individual characters, and to actually make the loadouts is a pain in the ass to begin with, when you could just have a simple button right here that allows you to save a preset globally you could switch to for every character. That is what people want. And I genuinely feel Genshin is, I don't want to be a hater on purpose, is genuinely baiting people into, oh look, we've finally done this QOL thing, and they're going to keep milking it. Oh look, we've got new QOL updates, we show your love. So they're kind of making it shit on purpose, so maybe in a year's time they can make another update like, oh look, we've got more loadout things for you and more presets. That is what is happening. They will take every opportunity to milk these for as long as possible, so somehow people will start like shining its praises. This is not loadouts, this is just filter marketed as loadouts. We will load in the first place to make it want to click if we have to do some manual, so much as not trying switching with characters. Exactly. It doesn't make any sense. So while everyone on Twitter has been praising this, oh my god, loadouts, finally we have loadouts, it's really not as great as you think. It's really not as great as you think. You have to go through the fast equipped feature, go through the pain of finding the echoes that you want and then equipping them, and even then it's not a global equip, it's a individual character equip. You can pick as you wish. Okay, you can pick as you wish. You have to go through all of this first, generate things, then go to check alternatives, manually select the one that you want, somehow find the artifact that you need, then switch them, and then you'll be able to save this as a preset for that individual character. It's not even a global loadout. So is it better than nothing? Sure. It's better than nothing. But is it what people wanted? They could have made it so much better. It's like they're teasing you. Oh, custom loadouts. We're teasing you with it. But they still don't make it as good as it could be. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Like, you know, everyone's gone through this trouble of making their artifacts with their characters. Just let them save it. Just let them save it. I've gone through the trouble of doing this for months. Let me save my artifacts into a loadout slot. It's just that simple. But no doubt in another year's time, they're going to add another loadout QOL feature that everyone's going to piss their pants over. So while I respect Genshin for at least going in that direction, one, it feels too little too late in some areas, and two, it's not even that great to begin with and not that player friendly. Again, is it great for the casual children audience? Sure, they don't care. They'll do fast equipped, save it, move on. They're not going to care. But the people who care about their artifacts and their loadouts that much are the people who care about the end game the most and would actually appreciate this feature the most. And you've kind of gone and spat in their faces a little bit with this one. That's how I feel about it. Now, you can all call me a hater all you want. I am simply speaking a fact. I am simply speaking a fact of what is going on. And I think so many creators got baited into thinking Genshin did a W because, oh, loadouts. But turns out it's not as great as you think. It's really not. I don't want to say Wuwa did it better, but just copy this. Genshin, just copy this and everyone will be happy. Okay, everyone will be happy. Anyway, that's my take on this whole drama. I appreciate you. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I go live every single day, 11 a.m. GMT, basically everywhere you can find streaming. Again, I'm really not trying to be a hater. I thought this was a W until I looked into it, and really it's not as great as you think. Hey, that's my take. I appreciate you. I'll see you guys on the next one. Subscribe. Peace.
Twitch.tv/Captain Cabinetz, Captain Cabinetz.
Chat, maybe add this in too. I literally cannot. It won't. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Remove Deepwood? Oh, so I have to remove the set that I want. Oh, brilliant. Oh, okay, great. Oh, brilliant. Oh, that's okay. Fantastic. Fantastic. This is the set that it wants me to make. That's so good. I love this game.